Hey guys, this is Amanda. Thank you for joining me today for this collective reading. I felt the need to do this. I have no idea what it's about though. It's been a while since I've come to the table to do oracle readings for other people. Been focused on myself and building my own life for a while. So now that we're back, because Spirit's basically been in my ear, like you need to do some collective readings, you need to do some. And they were telling me like you need to post it tonight, and I didn't quite get it out last night. So I'm here in the early AM. Doing the work. So let's see what this reading is about. I have my astro dice here to help kind of pinpoint the area of life or the energy that is surrounding you at this time. So, okay. So we have Pluto, the planet Pluto, the sign Aquarius, and the 6th house. So the 6th house is all about our work. And I do actually, I'm getting intuitively, like it's a division of work and play here of how much do I work? How much do I play? And that balance being an issue. Aquarius is all about your eccentric true self that is capturing the energy of okay. I'm gonna have to like channel what I'm getting because some of the messages are very different than what I'm rolling. But needing to be your true you and needing to give yourself grace during this time period. Pluto is the planet of transformation. Think of yourself like an astronaut. You don't just go to space and come back and be the same person. So you don't, I hate to say this, we are like everyone else in that there is a collective human experience, but it's okay to be special and it's okay to embrace being different, because if you don't recognize the differences that are between you and another person, how are you to move past this? How are you to move on and step into your own power? So some of you are moving on from something. Some of you are stepping away, from energies that are not serving further growth. I think you might have transformed throughout this energy. There is something, I'm getting the image of being an astronaut and going to the moon and then coming back, but then like things can't stay the same. I'm hearing like, but I want to keep things the same. Or like some of you might feel a resistance to the change. And I also feel like for half of you, like you don't. There's like one person that's like, no, I'm ready to go. If you're ready to make those moves, if you're ready to make those changes, then go for it. But there's something here about like, I'm also hearing like you have work to do. There's something very empowering about this shift for you. There's something very empowering about this shift. So let's see what else you got going on here. It's a shift, transformation, and you can't come back expecting to be the same. Okay. Hello to cycles. Okay, so we have peace. So this is, I say that for one of these later cards, but peace, be peace, all is well. It might not seem like it now. It might seem like things are hardcore shaken up at the root, the foundation. It almost feels like a tower moment, but I do think that it's for the better. It feels like it's for the better. Again, it's like you were the powder to make the pudding, and now you are the pudding. So you don't need to be here around the other ingredients anymore. So that being said, you also have to the sea. To the sea is, I'm hearing like a new direction. Have faith that this new direction is serving you in its higher purpose. I'm actually hearing the phrase higher purpose. So you're shifting towards your higher purpose, and that's where some of this work has to be done in the 6th house. But I'm also getting like a chop wood, carry water with that. Like this shift might take some time for you, and that's okay too. It could be just as simple as a decision, like a clean split, with like friends or a relationship or a job, like whatever areas are giving you tension that you are like, I need to make a change here. It could be a clean split, or it could be just like a slow transition into your own energy. I'm hearing that there could be some falsehoods here. Like you could be perceiving something that looks to be like a good idea, or like, oh, I think I might want to keep this energy around. Meanwhile, that's kind of like it's like a false sense of security. That's what Spirit is saying, like it's a falsehood. So keeping that in mind. The never-ending story, you just have to watch that you're not negative self-talk. That's kind of what this card is, negative self-talk. I feel like I have nothing else to say about that card. I feel like it was pretty straightforward. There's a lot of negative self-talk, or there's a lot of doubt, or there is a certain grief here, obviously, of letting things go. I'm going to pull a Celtic cross, see if we can get any more You also have the Three of Wands as your situation. Yeah, I'm hearing like you're coming back to yourself. And what did I say about the Tower moment? You are getting the Tower moment in your focus here, where all of your mental energy is going. The Tower, rebuilding. It's not the end of the world having the Tower card. It's actually pretty amazing to have the Tower card. But it's restructuring. I'm hearing like you're restructuring, you're reformatting. I'm hearing like you need to go be something else. That you, not like that you've been creating. Some of you have been working hard. I'm getting that some of you have also taken a pause after a while, like maybe you're taking a pause from yourself. Excuse me, gotta get my coffee in. Some of you are taking a pause from yourself, or you were taking a pause, but now it's time to return back to you and see what else you can create, see what else you can service to the world, see what else you can do, right? So the situation is the Three of Wands. So needing movement. The Three of Wands is all about needing movement. I'm hearing like we're pressuring you to go. We're pushing you to move forward. The challenge here is the Five of Swords. So I'm hearing like you actually there's like a part of you that disagrees with this movement. And you're like, are you kidding me? I'm hearing like age brings wisdom. Age brings a lot of this wisdom. And the Swords is all about intellect and wisdom. And it's also like when the Five of Swords comes up, at least what's intuitively popping up with this card with me is in your mind. You could be in your mind a lot. You could be in your headspace more. Spirit's moving your feet. Like it's almost like, I'm not going to say the decision is easy because it definitely feels hard, but you know the answer. You know what to do. Spirit is quite literally moving your feet. Hang on. There is somebody who is pulling past the Shh. Sorry, that's my dog. I saw the lights and was like, oh, that's about to go down. Five Swords being in your own head energy. This is actually a challenge. This could be what's slowing you down. It's like it's not like you're intentionally using your mind to stop you, but those thoughts that keep going about like the doubts of your path, because it contradicts like past energies, past beliefs, past systems that were already in place that you're very comfortable and familiar in. Some of you could be hiding like in the comfort blanket. It's like a warm security for you. I'm actually getting like a heated blanket. It's like, oh no, like you can't leave it. And I don't know, that's like probably might be a personal sign for me because I love heated blankets. They're like the most comfy things in the world. Other people also agree. You don't have to be one of those people. That's just the symbol that is connecting me to, ooh, this is like mega secure. Like it feels very secure and familiar. But you need to venture out into the cold again. It's going to be playful. It's not going to be like this blistering winter that you think it is. Or it only feels that way. You know, like, okay, the image that they're giving me is that somebody who's wrapped up in a heated blanket. And you know how when you come out of a hot shower, or like, maybe that's not really a good example, but when you're wrapped up under the warm covers in the morning and you're just waking up, you take off the covers and you get up and then like your house is freezing. But then when you move around, it's not so bad. That's the energy that I'm getting. It only feels like a shock because you are so used to things being a certain way. So the outside temperature, the outside world, going and stepping into this new beginning, this transformation, moving forward by cutting off ties with certain things, it's not the end of the world. It actually feels better than you think it does. And I'm hearing we're going to help you get there, right? What's coming up from within is the Empress. This is creative energy. I'm hearing like you're balling now. Like you're literally throwing the ball. You're getting it rolling, and you yourself are balling. Like you have kind of like you have what it takes to move forward. You have what it takes to start. Like it's almost like I see you with building blocks, and you're just building this tower. Like you're like, which is funny because that's contrasting with the opposite end of the Celtic cross here, where the mental energy is the tower with knocking things down, right? But I feel like you're building it up. You're building up a new tower just as quickly as you are knocking one down. I think there were some, I'm not going to say false beliefs, because I do think that there was a time where the energy was accurate and true, but it's almost like you used very permanent things to build this tower. You used to build this tower with very permanent things, something that you thought was very lasting. Maybe it was a version of you that you thought you could uphold, or they were like certain relationships or friendships or certain things. I'm hearing there are certain things you encountered in your journey that you felt were going to stay. So you interwoven it with permanent materials. You invested a lot into it. But with the Empress, I'm actually seeing you like not only bringing destruction to the permanent things that you've tried to, because you're realizing it's not working, but you are using play blocks, like little rubber like rubber safe colorful like blocks to build. It's almost like you're playing. I'm hearing like you're testing things out. You're seeing, I'm hearing like what you're in the mood for. So it feels like a creative play, but I feel like it's very productive. I'm hearing like you will produce something new and exciting with it. um, that contrast is very interesting, but I feel like also in this energy, it feels very refreshing. In the past, you have the Hanged Man. You've gained a new perspective on something in your life, and that is helping you move forward. Because we talked about the Tower already, so I'm going to skip that one. But in the near future, you have the Two of Pentacles card. This is about balance. This is about, I'm hearing like you're arguing with your own sense of safety here. Is it safe to move forward and make this choice? Is it safe to do this? Like, I'm just getting like a big like, is this safe? Is this safe? The answer is yes. Like, the answer is yes. You're always safe. This does feel like a good choice. I'm hearing like it's like the Two of Pentacles is always about the balance. When I see the Two of Pentacles show up in an area of the sixth house, which your astro dice, it makes sense because we always struggle with the balance between work and play. And I feel like this is going to be like kind of like a common theme of like, what can you balance a little bit more in your life to call some of your energy back to you? Because you're going to need it for this next cycle. So what can you call into balance right now to keep your mind sharp, to keep your energies, like your creative energies, alight, right? Now it's all about perspective. I'm hearing perspective, perspective, perspective. Your own energy is the sun. This is about optimism. I'm hearing that you might have catered to other people for a little too long, and now it is time to you go to your separate ways, go your own way. So the sun is shining perspective, shining optimism. I love to see that. In your environment, you have the Four of Pentacles, so saving money. Some of you are saving money. Some of you are keeping your resources very close. Some of you are also withholding some energies and putting up boundaries from these, like this job, this relationship, this friendships, whatever it is you're walking away from. You are holding boundaries, and I'm hearing like you're holding yourself to it. So don't expect yourself to waver. Don't trust in the transformation that's taking place before your very eyes, and trust in yourself. You know what to do. You know what you need to do. And I'm hearing like you can't measure what you experienced. If some of you are in a relationship or a friendship or even a job where you have been so in love with, you can't measure that time against you. It's not wasted. I'm getting like actually a image from another deck called Vulture Spirit. It's another Colette Baron Reed deck. And it basically, the message of that card is that nothing was wasted. And that's what's coming through right now. Nothing was wasted. You're not wasting your time. You didn't waste your time. You've grown into the person that you are. In hindsight, it will be clear. Once you like make this move that Spirit is telling you to make, and once you finish going through this transformation, you will look back and see there's like nuggets of truth and wisdom in the things that you've seen. And I'm hearing Spirit, you have a lot of spiritual support with you. They're like, I'm helping you. I'm helping you. I'm helping you. Because I don't think this is a transition. It might have been very quick. I don't think this is a transition you expected to make or you were fully mentally prepared to make. I think maybe you might have had some nuggets here or there throughout the span of like maybe like a year or so. I'm actually getting like a year time span where you've thought like, is this really it? Like, is this really it for me? Or like, am I really like in this energy of like, I get that some of you might have been in a lifelong job. Or maybe like, not a lifelong, but like you were in a job that you thought was for you. You were in a relationship that you thought was for you. Or even a friendship, like maybe like I don't want to say it's a childhood friend. It might be, but like, I'm getting like energy of something that you started that you felt like, not recently, but like within the last few years that you thought was going to last, thought was going to be beautiful. And it did end up having its own beauty. It's beautiful in its own right. And Spirit's like, it's time to move on. In the environment you have, we talked about the environment. You have in your hopes and fears, you have the Page of Cups. This also actually, I said environment. I also feel like there's emotions in your environment as well. There are new emotions to discover as you are moving on, as you are kind of like starting to step back and take stock of your resources so you can start compiling and start conserving. So that way you can stand a little bit taller in your confidence. There is an energy of looking back into the cup. The cup is full of water. And And in this picture, it has a fish in it, but I see you looking into the cup and having nothing in it. And I'm not saying that this experience didn't help you. I'm hearing like it didn't measure up to what you had hoped it would be. And it's almost like you are staring back at your own reflection rather than the fish in the cup that you thought was there. So the hope is that you can fill up that cup with something special, that you can almost not replace it, but like it's almost like you were living in an illusion and you're looking at it for the first time and realizing it's like you're looking into the cup and you're like, okay, one day the fish will jump in. One day the fish will jump in. And then you're finally looking at it and realizing no fish is jumping in here. It might, by some miraculous miracle, which I believe in miracles, don't get me wrong, but I think you've been staring at the cup long enough and it's time to look at the reflection and look at how, I hate to say this, look at how you aged and look at, I don't even say age, because it's like, look at how much you transformed, because I feel like this could be any amount of time, but I can't help but feel like you've grown so much more than you thought, that when you look in the mirror, you don't recognize yourself since the beginning of whatever it is that you started, either with these people or with these energies. The outcome here is a Page of Swords. You're developing new ideas and new ways forward. I get that this is a very exciting time. This is very exciting. There's a lot here. I'm hearing like you tend to pack your days with a bunch of stuff. So let it be things that fill you up. There is kind of a question here of rest, but I don't really know if it's the time for rest because I'm getting such excitement for it. But I am getting that whatever this is in your life, it's over and it's time to move on. So that being said, what is the cycle? What do we got for the moon card here? I'm going to talk about some like heavy hitting themes. Nothing is yet set in stone. This is a powerful card. Mutable mood. This is an ever-changing experience. So I'm not going to say hang on to the hope that the energies that are in your life that are causing security, like it's going to catch up. If you're expecting a friend or a lover to change, or if you're expecting like, I don't know, I feel like if you're in a job, you're expecting people to like quit or something and like be replaced with somebody else. Like there's energy that you're longing to change to make something better. Nothing is set in stone. This is just the energy that you need to connect with now to get moving, because it's through this movement that you go through the changes that you need to go through, and that these other energies go through the changes that they need to go through. They have their own choices and their own paths to make. This energy will go its own direction. So I'm not trying to give you false hope with that. I'm saying be open. And again, I'm getting like the other deck that I'm getting, but keep your arms wide open. And allow yourself to be available to, I'm not even going to say see, because I really just see your nose to the grindstone. I see you focusing on your own power, whether that be in your own, I'm getting like a creativity, whether that be in your own creativity or whether that be in your work. Like a lot of you are like diving into like your job or your work and finding more meaning in that. But I also get for a lot of you, there's something creative. It's like you're writing something, you're drawing something. I feel like I have some artists in this crew here that's watching the video. Like there's some artists, like there's something that you are creating. I'm seeing painters as well. Like, that's hilarious. So the page has like these hats. They kind of look like painter's hats to me. But that's actually like, it was funny because I saw an owl, but I saw him with like a painting beret. Not quite like this, but it just made me think of that. I was like, it feels like we might have some painters here. But anyway, creating something new from the canvas, and like that's what you're focusing on right now. So what else? Ooh, and then lastly, I have these angel cards. I'm trying to see if there's like, I might pull a few more tarot for you just to see like, because like you already know what to do. So I feel like I don't even want to ask that question. I was like, well, what's the next energy? I'll pull something for you anyway. I'll actually pull an oracle card for you. Because I'm like, okay, well, like what to do, or like how to cope with this, how to move forward. Because like leaving safety and security, I want to say like that never, for some people like that feels good. A lot of times it never feels good. A lot of times you're so used to the safety and comfort that you want to stay, and that keeps us stagnant. We want to move past that. I'm going to draw my card. Okay. What is your strength heart challenge here? Let's connect with some angel guides. Okay. So your strength is manifestation. So you are a whirlpool of magic right now. You have hardcore manifesting power right now. That is your strength. What's coming up from the heart in this time is you're allowing yourself to take a step back. I'm hearing like you need like to find your own sense of safety, not in these external things, not in the connections that you've made thus far with any of this familiar situation. Find your own sense of safety in yourself, and that'll really help you. But you need to surrender and kind of like release. Surrender, take a step back. That's what's coming up from the heart right now. It's almost like you've turned it over in your mind as much as you could. You've turned it over in your heart as much as you could. And I'm not going to say it's almost like you're needing to like get back involved in your world. Maybe you've contemplated for a while. You've been in your head energy. You've been in your heart. You've been trying to figure out how you feel about certain things. And now it's time to officially let it go. There is more processing to be done, but that's not going to happen until you start making the changes that you know you need to make. The challenge here is intuition and downloads. So it's hard to tell exactly what your intuition might be telling you at this time, because like there is a set clear, I need to move on. But the challenge here is on like, it's almost like you're getting them. I feel like the information is flowing to you, but you're like, I don't understand why. Like you could be at like attention with, oh, but like my intuition told me to be in this energy for a while. So why am I now getting the chance to leave? And it could be simply just that you've outgrown it, or, other people or other energies, they can make different choices that could kind of reset. I'm not going to say reset the path, because you're not starting over, but it's like your spiritual timeline for growth is a little fast. Like you go through a lot of stuff in a small period of time. I do get that some of you like to play and take your time. Like I'm not getting like rocket fast, but like it's okay to play and take your time. By the way, that's like, I think that's the best way to do spiritual growth. But it's almost like your challenges have been back to back, and then they were relaxed for a while and it was nice and slow. And then you kind of use that time to learn to play in the interim to reconnect with life. But the challenge, I think, is trusting your intuition and downloads, and also trusting that the things that you're receiving now, you don't need any more information. I think we ask why when we get certain things, or we keep contemplating it, and I think it's important to process, but it's not always good to know the why behind it. It might be easier to take in that why later, when you can see in hindsight and you have all the information that you need and you've seen how the situation develops, right? So what to do, because I want to pull one more card, and then I'm going to roll some angel dice for you before I close out the reading. Poise, act as if, act confident. You might not feel confident sometimes, because again, you're leaving safety and security. You're leaving this soft, warm, heated blanket. You're leaving this security. But this is something that even if you're not 100% confident, you'll want to do it anyway. You'll definitely want to do it anyway. That being said, let me roll some of these dice here. Any lasting messages, Spirit, for our friends here for their highest good? 623. Where did my book go? Oh, it's right here. I set a deck on top of it, so I was like, where is it? 623. There's a feeling of moving up and moving on around you. Any blocks to communication and understanding are being removed. One more time. There's a feeling of moving up and moving on around you. Any blocks to communication and understanding are being removed. So that being said, I hope this helps. Stay true in your power. Don't falter. Act as if. Be assured that the changes you're making are for the betterment of yourself and for the betterment of the people and energies around you. That being said, I love you, and I'll see you next time. Bye.